Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Monday after Thanksgiving edition of Alopecia Life, November 28th, 2022. And I am here to report on my experience with Olumiant. It has been about 3 months, September, October. Yeah, I started taking it late September, and I have had almost three shipments of the prescription come to me, waiting on my third at the moment. And I've been wondering what to tell you guys about what I've experienced. Really trying hard to make it a good review, because as we all know, this is kind of miraculous that we even have anything on the market to treat alopecia. But, and I know that you and so many other people who watch these videos, including myself, have waited with bated breath for Olumiant to come on the market. And I was so excited when I finally got it. It came with this really long disclaimer, really, really, really long disclaimer, front and back. You can't see it. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's really fine print. I don't think I've ever seen a piece of paper this long in my whole life. For reading purposes, it's just it's really, really a lot of information. Um, However, it's funny that I didn't even look at it because there was so much information when I got my prescription. I was just so excited. I said to myself, I'm just taking it. I don't really care what all this fine print says. I was on the medication for about 3 weeks, and around that time, I started a new part-time job, and was juggling a lot and rushing around, and the schedule of my life had really changed drastically with this new job. And I was feeling kind of like I just couldn't slow down increasingly over these several weeks. And it wasn't until I had a meeting with my support group folks, about a month ago. One of the other women who participates in the support group asked me how I was doing on Illumient because she's also taking it. We were swapping notes. And I said, I think I might be feeling really anxious on it. I'm not sure. And so we talked about it, and it wasn't really until that moment that I put the dots together and I realized that because of Illumian, I was feeling like I was just going 100 miles an hour, and it was getting worse. And probably the worst thing for me was that my throat felt really tight. My muscles felt really tight. My muscles in my abdomen, I was constantly feeling like I was clenching all the muscles in my abdomen, and I was having this weird breathing pattern. And so I decided to take myself off the medication just for a couple days to see if anything changed. I had a splitting headache for a few days, but over, I think it was by day three, I was feeling more like myself. And um and I was like, crap. I really wanted this to work. I really didn't want there to be any side effects. So just tonight, before I sat down to do this video, I happened to take a gander at the very lengthy piece of paper I just showed you. And under side effects, it talks about having tightness in the throat. It doesn't talk about everything else that I felt around the feeling like I was driven by a motor and like going 100 miles an hour. None of that. There was nothing related to anxiety in there. Um, but I think that it's definitely real. It's a real symptom that I've experienced. So when I figured that out, I thought, okay, well, I'll see if I can maybe reduce the dose. Maybe for me, maybe for my body, that's just too much. 4 milligrams is just too much, and 4 milligrams is the indicated dose for my type of alopecia. My doctor said you're welcome to try it at two milligrams if you want. Just cut them in half. So I did that. Um, and after about 3 or 4 days, the tightness got worse. The racing heart, the tightness in my muscles started to develop again. So I thought, okay, I'll cut them in quarters and I'll take 1 milligram a day to see if that makes a difference. And same thing. So to a lesser degree, but definitely over time, I feel the tightness. My heart races, which kind of freaks me out. That is something that I feel the most uncomfortable with. Um, I don't have any heart conditions. I'm otherwise healthy as a horse, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if I'm going to be continuing with the Olumiant. I stopped taking it just before Thanksgiving and um, took another 1 milligram tablet today, but I think I might just not take it anymore. Or I'll take it for 1 week. I'll give myself a week's break. Oddly enough, I have some peach fuzz on my head growing in different spots. So that's kind of great, but at what cost? I'm just wondering if it's really worth it to me. And I also know that from my work with the National Alopecia Areata Foundation, there are two other almost FDA approved treatments for alopecia coming to market in 2023. So I'm not sure exactly when, but my hope is that um, I probably won't continue with Olumiant, and that I will have a chance to try one or the other of these other medications in the hopes that I'll have less of a reaction to them. So that's my update. Leave it to my body to make things interesting. If it's at all helpful for you, I just wanted to share this information, since a lot of people are going through the initial stages of trying out this medicine for the first time. There are a lot of questions, I know, for me, and the woman I spoke with in my support group did say that she also felt some tightness in her throat, but that over time it subsided. um, I don't think she felt the same things that I did, though. Mine just got worse and worse and worse. So, um, not something that I think is a healthy reaction for my body. So, anyhow, I'll be posting this information on my blog, and welcome you to direct any questions to me that you might have. Um, I hope you've all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you've felt grateful for all that you have. And I hope you remember that there is a lot of life to live and a lot of love to give, even when you don't have hair. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.